Well, Nigeria get a lucky break, and boy did they need one. Well, for once there was a bit of panic in the home defence, and it came off Mutlamelo Makanazi, the unfortunate player who handled. Simon's shot was blocked, but done so illegally, and that gives Nigeria and their captain a chance to put them in front. He's up against his counterpart, the Lesotho captain, Sokwane Morane. William Trustekong. He scored some big penalty kicks in his time. This is up there, a pressure penalty. Great penalty kick, and Nigeria lead in Polokwane. William Trustekong gets the crucial goal. All about the 3 points tonight. The Super Eagles fans finally have something to celebrate. Keeper going the right way, but this was a really good penalty from the skipper.
Eric Chell and Nigeria can breathe a sigh of relief after that one, and as you can see, it's unfortunate for Kwanazi there, but it does come off his hand, and well, William Trustekong with a strong penalty. Power, and Morane had no chance of getting a fingertip on that, and delight for the captain after what was, well, a disappointing last qualifier, giving away the own goal against South Africa, and well, first blow for Nigeria. Can they hold on and build on this lead?
Well, that's his 8th international goal, and he scored on bigger stages, but that is a vital one, and you could see it from the celebrations as well. He's played at a World Cup before, of course, back in 2018, played at the Olympics in 2016. And the former Watford defender, of course, scored in the Africa Cup of Nations final that Nigeria lost to the Ivory Coast by 2-1 in February of last year. Scored a penalty in the semi-final of that tournament against South Africa as well. But it's on days like this when you need a bit of luck, but doesn't matter how you get the 3 points in the end, especially if you're not playing well. This is a really important goal for Nigeria.
And it does make you think of, well, from the Nigerian point of view, that yes, it's a goal, and if at the end of the day they get the 3 points, it counts, but they need to be doing a lot better.
Well, shot comes in on target this time from Iwobi. A reminder, 2 other matches being played in this group. It's early in the second half. Rwanda 0, Benin 0, Zimbabwe 0, South Africa 0. So, as it stands, a long way to go this evening. Nigeria would be just a point behind the top 2, Benin and South Africa. But plenty of time for Benin and the Bafana to get a goal in their respective matches. Their fans will be having similar nervous moments watching their team as Nigeria come through. Big chance here, indeed. He's surely taken down, was he? No, says the referee. And now Lesotho going the other way, but Motabang is going to be held up here. And indeed, he has run a long way back to seek an explanation from the referee. Salijane, the 34-year-old attacker, veteran Lesotho man, being replaced. Big talking point. As Tsipang Safari comes on.
We didn't quite get to see a replay of that penalty there, but it was touch and go for a moment, and I think with the referee maybe the benefit of doubt to the defensive side, as it did look a little bit soft, but hard to tell from the first angle.
Well, Nigeria can't let that affect them as they go in search of a second goal. And they get a corner this time. That was almost something very spectacular indeed.
It was a thunderbolt from Iwobi, and I'm not sure Morane would have got anywhere near that had it been on target. Deflection taking it away from the goal. And well struck by Iwobi to keep it down as well.
Problem here for Toloane. And the referee from Chad having a word with both number 4s, Toloane and Ndidi. They make up, and the corner can be taken. Lookman goes short to Simon. That's a good cross, but the header was never going to be close from Ndidi. Great play on the wing from Simon. Would like to see a replay of that penalty incident, Alex. It looked more of a penalty than the first one.
Yeah, it's something we didn't quite get to see, and I think obviously with no VAR in these qualifiers, I think the referee could have done with a replay himself as well.
Well, I did mention about Augustine Agovan coming out publicly saying he has no interest in replacing Eric Chell, so that gives you an indication of the talk in the country and the pressure that the current management are under when the technical director has to come out and address rumours that he says are baseless and hurtful. Lesotho unable to hurt Nigeria, but they might get a chance now. Well, the whistle has blown. It was shooting practice in the end for Kanenelo Marapuleng. Catching practice for Stanley Nobali. And with that stoppage in play, Nigeria are going to make their first change. Well, Tolu's going off, had that big chance. Being replaced by Ekor Adams. First appearance for him at senior level for Nigeria.
Of course, had a fantastic start to the season for Sevilla and getting himself on the score sheet a few times. Deserved of a call-up, and Nigerians and himself alike delighted to see him in the national team squad.
Well, Osimhen might be in business here. Oh, off the post. Adams sets up Simon. Good dummy. And another. And it's off the line.
What a chance that was. Shot after shot. Morane with a save at the end there.
Oh, well done, Thabo Makele. He cleared it off the line for Lesotho. Nigeria set to take on Venezuela and Colombia in November. They're in a bit of trouble here. Lookman getting a yellow card from Aladi Mohammed. Flashpoint out of nowhere there, really. Already 27-year-old shaking his head, which would suggest he feels he shouldn't have got involved here.
It's, I think, a bit of an overreaction from Matlabe. Obviously trying to get the biggest reaction out of the referee, and you can understand why Lookman is aggrieved, but he should know better than to react like that and grab the shirt of an opponent.
Yeah, I think Fusi Matlabe is going to be okay here. That's not the most dramatic prediction. Lesotho hoping for a bonus, and a bonus there would have been Lookman completely losing his head and getting himself sent off. Tough few months for the man, but he needs to remember that Nigeria need him, and there should be chances, because Lesotho will eventually have to open up a little bit. That's the penalty, and it was right in the corner. It had to be as well. The only goal so far coming on 55 minutes from the Nigeria captain.
Still waiting to see Matlabe, I think, come up here as being treated by the physios. Eric Cho using the opportunity to have a word with his players. And to be fair to Nigeria, they have come out in the second half a lot more positive. They've been attacking a lot better and using the flanks a lot more, and we saw that chance from Lookman early on, taking on the Lesotho defence, and it's been a lot more positive. But I think Eric Cho would still like to see some more from this Nigeria team.
A break and play, a chance to remind you that Sporty News airs Monday to Friday at 1600 hours. The Sporty Show from Monday to Thursday at 1900 hours. There is the final Nigeria World Cup qualifier to come on Tuesday. That is Nigeria against Benin. The Sporty TV app is where you will get all of the Sporty TV action on the go, including the Premier League and La Liga. There should be chances, because Lesotho will eventually have to. Reminder as well. It was right in the corner. Matches. It had to be Chelsea as well against Liverpool on Saturday. Nigeria can't afford any slip-ups, and this was a little one here from Benjamin Frederick.
An unnecessary foul as well. You see Motibang not going anywhere. And now Lesotho have a brilliant opportunity to get back on level terms.
Well, Matlabe is going to take the free kick. Novali hoping he won't have much to do here. Well, they get a header from the set piece. Well off target. But Sabo Makele giving Nigeria a reminder that Lesotho Matlabe is going to give up on this game easily, as the visitors get ready to make a change. Samuel Chukwueze here about to come on. Well, they get a header from the set piece. Lookman, the player he replaces, well off target. But Sabo Makele giving Nigeria a reminder that Lesotho
A second yellow for
Not going
Lukman.
to give up on this game easily as
Options on the
visitors
bench.
get ready to make a
Chukwueze now
change.
playing it straight in the Premier
Samuel
League.
Chukwueze
It's not a bad
about to
substitute
come
to
on.
have. I'm sure Lesotho could
a
do
header
with, or would
from
wish
the
they
set
had
piece.
that sort of calibre to
Player
come off the bench.
Places off target. It's Sabo Makele giving Nigeria a reminder that. Well, 20 minutes to play. And Lesotho still making life difficult for Nigeria. And we are keeping a close eye on results from elsewhere. Zimbabwe are down to 10, but still drawing 0-0 against South Africa. And about 20 minutes left in that one as well. Rwanda, Benin is still scoreless. 62 minutes gone in that game. Well, Moses Simon, one of the better players for Nigeria today, came very close to scoring. That was his cross as Chukwueze tries to come up with some magic now. Fredericks ball into the area, far too close to Moirane. A word on the Nigeria under-20 team. They made it to the last 16 of the World Cup in Chile, beaten 4-0 by Argentina a couple of days ago. And it's a football-mad country, of course. So many talented players trying to get a spot in this starting 11 for Nigeria. So it would be a real shock if they fail to qualify for the World Cup again.
And devastating for the players, obviously, and the country. Size of Nigeria, with the quality that they have, be a real disappointment.
Lesotho making a couple more changes now. You can imagine there's some tired legs in there. Motabang got a very good top flight career in South Africa. He's been replaced. And so to Toluane. Maybe snatch a point at the end.
I am, and I am not as well. It feels like one of those ones. It feels like Manchester United. Every week you feel like that they're going to come good again. Maybe this is the week that things turn around, and for Nigeria, it's that hope that kills you. That every week or every time they play, you think, now they've got Osimhen back. This is the time that the stars align and the players come out and play to their best. But like you said, they've struggled today, and it was a penalty, a stroke of luck that put them ahead. And similar in the last qualifiers against South Africa and Rwanda. It's strange how the stars that they have, and they can't seem to perform to the level that we all know that these players are capable of.
Well, 15 minutes to play. Sign of his exasperation, really, the way he hammered this one goalwards.
Well, the officials did get this one right. Osimhen quite clearly offside by a yard or two, and like you said, smashing the ball against the defender. And I think from the player that we know Osimhen is, we haven't seen a great deal from him today, and we've got to give some credit to Lesotho for keeping him away from the attack. But for Nigeria, they've got to use him better.
So a reminder, Sport TV available via Star Times DTT channel 258, DTH channel 190, and the OTT Star Times ON in Nigeria. As Adams wins a free kick. Osimhen! Well, again, he comes close.
And that is what he can do. I was saying moments ago, Nigeria have got to use him better, give him the ball, get him moving, and that is the quality that he possesses. And slightly wayward first touch, but he brings it back under control and forces a brilliant save out of Moirane. Nigeria have got to do more of that in these final 12 or so minutes.
Well, still the second goal doesn't come for the Super Eagles.
Still smiles on the faces of the Nigerian fans that have travelled to watch this game.
That's the joy this team is capable of bringing. When they're going well, they're a joy to watch. And they really lift the nation as well.
And they'll be able to lift the nation even more if they can qualify for the World Cup.
Osimhen, not a better shot there. Instead finds Adams. Good skill. And a good finish too! Well, what a way to start your career at senior level for your country. And that eases the pressure. Yeah, he's kissing the badge. He knows what this means to so many people around the world watching on, cheering on Nigeria. Well, Osimhen was involved. Keeper was off his line. Just for a moment it looked like he was going to chip him. But he made the right decision. He knew there was a quality player to his left. And what a way to deliver on your debut.
What a finish and what a move. Again, using Osimhen, Nigeria, Eric Chell must be listening to the commentary. He's get Victor Osimhen more involved, and a perfect ball to Aker Adams, and he's shown it week in, week out in La Liga for Sevilla, and that was a fantastic finish from the Nigerian and a joy to watch. And as you said, Mark, a slight sigh of relief from Eric Chell and I think the Nigerian fans and players alike. That was an unbelievable finish.
Well, Chell has talked before about wanting killers in the box. Aker Adams showed real style there. And a ruthless streak as well. Just what Nigeria needed. Aker Adams showed real style there. And a ruthless streak as well. Just what Nigeria needed. Sahali and his teammates are in a bit of a hole now. Hard to see the home team getting out of this one. As well. Just what Nigeria needed. Sahali and his teammates are in a bit of a hole now. Hard to see the home team getting out. Oh, it's not great keeping, and Lesotho have a goal back. Onubali making a mistake. And it's one of the substitutes who has got a goal for Lesotho. Kalake there to pounce. Good finish, it has to be said, but not very good goalkeeping.
Awful from Bali there. He's got to be doing a lot better, and you've got to say maybe Aker Adams, the substitute there, he's either got to call for it or Bali's got to say, this is my ball. It feels like neither of them really did that, and well, Lesotho capitalising on that, and just when we thought it was all over, Lesotho back in the game.
So Lumpo Kalaki gets his 10th international goal. And there's nerves again among the visiting supporters. Lesotho go to the bench once more. Rapeleng is being replaced. And Mpale Falawele comes on.
Perhaps just what Lesotho needed, and a goal and some fresh legs to try and push, because, well, they've got just over 5 minutes and whatever the added time is to try and get a second and an equaliser here.
It's the only group game in Group C with goals so far. Rwanda 0, Benin 0, Zimbabwe 0, South Africa 0. Still the latest scores. Knowledge Mazona sent off for Zimbabwe after 64 minutes, but South Africa still can't find a goal in that one. Every team in the group bar Zimbabwe has a chance of qualifying either as group winners or through a playoff, in theory at least. And that is leading to some very tense matches. And a mistake here. And wow, that was a really bad moment for Bruno Onyemechi. He wasn't punished. This is not great from Nigeria in the closing stages. Again, Ndidi under pressure there. He was fouled though.
He's got to be doing that better there, and Onyemechi. And, well, I think Nigeria caught lacking and maybe need a wake-up call. You would have thought the goal would have been that, but it's been Lesotho who have come back into things in the last 5 minutes since the goal, and nervous times for Nigeria.
Well, I think it's a more dramatic match than many people would have been expecting. And certainly a more dramatic ending in the final 10, considering Nigeria had just gone 2-0 up. The man who got that second goal, sending the ball over, Adams. And sending it out of play is Chukwueze. I guess this is what a World Cup does as well. All of these Nigeria players know they have to deliver. They know they're expected to win. And they're under pressure again here. Truste Kong. Oh, he has to be careful. And he's conceded a corner. That's sloppy defending from the skipper. For a moment I thought the attacker creeping in behind him was looking to draw a foul. It's a corner it is, and Nigeria superstitious, not making the change just yet. Semi Ajayi will wait a few moments before he gets to make his entrance.
Brilliant chance here for Lesotho.
Deep corner and too long. Over the head of Makonazi. And 2.5 minutes to go. And that was a foul by Matlabe, or a challenge rather, that led to Nigeria being able to make this change. It's Osimhen who's going off, and Ajayi who comes on.
We'll see Eric Chell maybe looking to solidify things and steady the ship heading into these last couple of minutes.
And Moses Simon going off as well for Nigeria. Zaidu Sanusi of the Portuguese side, Porto, who are absolutely flying at the moment. He's on with some defending to do. And Zaidu is flying down the wing straight away. Exactly what you need from a substitute.
Instant impact there. I think Eric Chell's probably thinking he wished he'd brought him on half an hour ago. That sort of pace running up the wing caused real problems for the Lesotho defence. More often than not, his job here is to defend and keep that lead for Nigeria, that all-important lead.
Well, Porto leading in Portugal on their first 7 matches, then held by Jose Mourinho's Benfica at the weekend. Lesotho running out of time, but it's remarkable that they're still within striking distance, the underdogs in this one. They have 5 minutes to find a goal. And they have space out right here. And the long cross, good header back. And a shooting chance here. The shot did come in from Matlabe, but it was well off target. And if you're a Nigeria fan watching at home, you must be wondering, what are the defenders doing?
I've got to say, Matlabe's obviously looking to put it on his stronger foot, but I'd say the right-footed option would have been much better, and a waste of an opportunity there.
Well, I can tell you the sporty hero of the match is Akor Adams, and rightly so, given he's got what seems to be the crucial goal in this game. Thanks for your votes in that one.
Well, the perfect performance. Come on, super sub, score the goal. First game for your country. He'll be absolutely delighted with how it's gone for him today.
Is there going to be a sting in the tail? Oh, it's a good ball. It's a really good chance. Oh, what a let-off for Nigeria. There was Matlabe again. Still the danger not over.
You've got to say that Lesotho have another opportunity wasted there. Open in the box. They'll be kicking themselves after that.
Well, Ajayi will get some treatments. And Nigeria, look at the body language there. They're all remonstrating.
Eric Chell furious.
Not best pleased. Well, that was the clash of heads, but before that, almost a disaster for Nigeria. Well, bad news, Nigeria fans. Tosin Ayegun has come off the bench and got a goal for Benin away against Rwanda. And Benin lead the way in Group C. But remember, it is Nigeria-Benin on the final day. That is on Tuesday. It is live for you on Sporty TV. And what a contest that could be. Well, 90 seconds of injury time remaining. Nobali. Well, that's a hell of a throw.
Definitely not the news that Nigeria would have wanted. And if either of those teams could have done with Benin dropping points.
Have to consider as well, South Africa's last match is against Rwanda. So, well, fancy their chances of winning that one at home. And Nigeria have to overhaul South Africa and Benin to finish as group winners. That's a good grab from Moilane. Getting into last chance territory for Lesotho. It's been a great performance from them. Certainly they'll look back on this game and say, well, we gave it everything. Nigeria will be thinking they can certainly improve. Oh, bit of a mix-up there. And it's trickling just wide. Well, can you believe it? It's that man, Fusimat Labe again. He's had so many chances in the last few minutes, and this was perhaps the best of the lot.
What on earth is Nwabali doing there? You can hear the frustration from the defenders. And, well, some choice language from those defenders. Apologies if you did hear that.
Oh, Osimhen, can't believe what he's watching. I'm sure it's the same for many of you at home. But Nigeria have just about got the job done. Well, they're not happy about it, especially about what just happened there. Ajayi leaving it, Nwabali not gathering. It could have been an equaliser. It could have been a very damaging equaliser as well. But Nigeria have got the victory they needed to take it down to the final day. Not convincing, but they've done enough. Remember, the Sporty TV app is where you get all your news and views. You can follow the Premier League and La Liga games there. Women's Champions League live to come. And of course we have that huge qualifier, the final one for Nigeria. The dream is still alive. Nigeria against Benin. What a game to look forward to in Uyo on Tuesday. Trustekong and Adams getting the goals for Nigeria. Kelake pulling one back for Lesotho, who were unlucky in the end not to get a point. Lesotho 1, Nigeria 2, the final score. I'll make of that what you will. Back in studio. The final score.